Hello there, nieces and nephews. This is your Uncle Bill, and it's Friday. Woohoo! And I got to turn down my sound on the thing because just a second. We have technical difficulties today. All right, here we are. Just you and me. And I have my guest with me, Regenia. We're going to be going over all sorts of things for all of you. She is hosting a membership drive. We're going to talk about that later. And why don't we just jump into 5 crazy things in Virginia? I'll talk to you a little bit while I'm queuing it up.
Okay.
Well, I guess she isn't going to talk to us a little bit, but we will get there and soon enough. And I heard you talk for a little bit there, Regenia, and then all of a sudden you stopped.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Okay.
All right.
I have to do some things because one of the things is with live broadcasting, it's always fun and you always try to get it done on time. But, just like they do on television, sometimes we have some difficulties. We had some difficulties getting things started today. And we are going to, also in chat, because I forgot to even open up chat. Thank you to Regenia for being here. Thank you for Bridget for being here. Thank you to everyone in the chat and on the replay. And just hit a like when you come in, and we'll acknowledge everybody who we see. We might not see you if you're hiding on the wall. Now, we are going to share screen and not screen, but we're sharing a video. I understand, and I got to go hunt it down. 5 crazy things. And let's show this video because we'd like to start off the show with 5 crazy things. And while we're watching that, type into the chat what city and state you're coming from, or what city and country. Is it starting? Not yet, because I started it. I started it right here, and it should go like 5 crazy things for you from Uncle Bill's house. All that have to do with critiquing, and critiquing is anything, so it's pretty easy today. This was a writing clipboard, and the nice thing about this is it's made out of aluminum. You could use this for an aluminum project. I was actually thinking of just using just this because I was going to make an antenna and I needed a 4x4 piece of aluminum. This was less expensive than buying just a sheet of aluminum, plus it was sturdier. And this is made out of aluminum. Nice little clipboard though. And I've used it for that too. So that's number 1 crazy thing. Now another crazy thing is duct tape, but I'm going to show you something that you can do with duct tape that is even crazier. You see how much space that takes up? Now, what we can do, and I'm going to do this on camera, is you cut yourself a piece of plastic about this big. Why plastic? Because plastic won't stick to your tape and you won't waste the last 8 inches, 4 inches. Well, more like, what do you think that is doubled up? I would say closer to about 5.5 inches. You won't waste the last 5.5 inches of your tape by it sticking to cardboard. So use plastic instead of cardboard. This size will work well. You can use whatever size you like. And just line it up and roll it on. And that way you can have quite a bit of duct tape for emergencies, for when you're camping or in your car, should you have, like say, a hose break or something like that, or you bend over too far and your pants rip. You might use this for fixing your pants. Duct tape is good for just so many things. Just watch Garrison Keillor. That is share number 2, duct tape. And I guess you could say share number 3, if we're counting, could be how to use it. Another crazy thing from Uncle Bill's house, not this because we just showed that to you, is RFID travel wallets. This is one that you put on your neck and it holds your airline ticket and whatnot. And then you shove this down your shirt and you don't get pickpocketed. Not only that, you don't get electronically pickpocketed. Now, the problem with RFID blockers, this is share number 3. The problem with RFID blockers, though, how do you test them? Number 4, can any of you out there guess this? I'll leave the, the question thing, it'll be always up there. This is what's called figure 8. I've been looking around for this for the longest time. You clip into this with a carabiner while you're rappelling. And then this is used for a front rappel or a fast rappel, because you bring the rope up through, you bring a hoop of the rope up through, and then around this, then back. You don't need to bring it back down because you just brought the hoop up. Then you clip onto this, and then you do what's called a front rappel. So you just pull down, and that would put the brake on. That is share number, what, 4? Four crazy things from Uncle Bill's house. What can there be next? One of my first travel light tripods is this right here. I picked it up when I was in college years and years and years ago. And it's very light. It weighs about 1.5 ounces. And it's made out of plastic reinforced with fiberglass. Just a nice, simple little tripod, clamps down and works well. There's share number 5. And as you know, Uncle Bill never does anything with just 5 crazy things. So why not 6? This is a cool thing, and hopefully the batteries are still working on it. Yep, they are. I don't know. Oh, it's not even showing up on camera. Oh, there it is. Just barely showing up on the camera. You put this on your ankle when you're out walking or jogging at night, and that way makes it less likely that you're going to get run over. Share number 6. Share number 7, another piece of gear to have while you're out walking. Reflectorized material. You wouldn't believe it, but back when Uncle Bill was a young lad, this kind of stuff was almost impossible to come by. Only the firemen had it. That's crazy things from Uncle Bill's house, all that can be critiqued. This one I like a lot. And we'll send it back over to this guy because, you know, I don't know if you even want to listen to him because he doesn't know. Guess what? I always forget to unmute myself. You know.
All right.
I was just talking.
We can hear you now.
I hope Regenia, Regenia, you can just say over the live, hey Bill, unmute yourself. That'll work too.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think they know that they couldn't hear me. Anyways, I was showing the map, and Kay, I was saying thanks for coming to us from. Is that Hobie Sound or Hobe Sound? Hobie Sound, Florida, USA, and then we have Regenia and myself in Houston, Texas, and then I'm over here, and I'm up in Ottawa too for some reason. Now, I had tried to get Center Ospey, Ontario, which is right about here, but that didn't come out. And this is
Okay.
Stream Alive. It's something that we've been working with the originator of Stream Alive, and they're working at getting things so much better. And we love Stream Alive. It's just, wouldn't you say, Regenia, is a lot of fun?
Yes, it's lots of fun. And is it cold there?
Yeah, it's always cold in Uncle Bill's house. You know what it is? I found out after my thyroid cancer, well, it wasn't thyroid cancer, tonsillar cancer.
Oh,
I'm cold. If it gets below 70, I'm cold.
yeah, me too. And I haven't even had a cancer problem.
Yeah, I think it's because, aren't you on thyroid med, Sue?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Oh, okay. Well, they're so much fun.
I bet.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, that is that one. Let's go see what the next one is. Oh, we did the 5 crazy things already. This is the other nice thing about Stream Alive is it has show notes. You can keep notes of what you want to do. We also have transient thoughts. So, what did you guys all think about 5 crazy things? Do you have any questions? Throw them in the chat.
Right.
Did anybody wonder about this guy? Why I got this? There's a story about why I ended up getting a figure 8 front repel device.
Okay. What's the story?
Years ago, when I was a sophomore in college, I started rock climbing with friends. More specifically, we skipped the climbing. We'd go up around the back of the cliff and then just rappel down the cliff and then go back around it again and rappel down. But I was learning how to do that. It was about a 30, 35 foot cliff. Not a real huge one, not a real small one either. Maybe 65 feet. I don't know. 120 feet. No, it was more like around 50 feet. And anyways, I'm finally getting some, in the way that you would rappel was with the rope around back behind under your seat, and you just pull it up against your body to slow down, to stop. And you go jumping down the side of the cliff. Well, I'm going down the side of the cliff and I'm smelling something. And it started to smell kind of like barbecue, And I'm like, because I'm getting some good jumps in. I have a lot of adrenaline going. So,
yeah.
And then I started to notice it was more like a burning smell. And what I didn't realize was I was getting a rope burn on my left thigh, basically close to a 3rd degree burn.
Wow.
It took about
and you didn't feel it? You didn't feel it at all?
I felt it when I got down. When you're really amped up on adrenaline, because one of the things is with repelling, it was a lot more dangerous back when we did it. You tied yourself in with a thin rope, and you kind of like made your own harness. Nowadays they may have pre-made harnesses, but there was an advantage and disadvantage. But the disadvantage is if you got knocked out, you had a good chance of flipping around and falling out, and then you don't survive. So the key thing was you didn't want to die. So you had a lot of adrenaline going. And so that was the story behind that, because I decided I would never, ever do a side rappel again. This is for front rappel. Now, the one thing about this is it's a fast rappel. And the other thing that I found out the first time I used it was, now instead of your thigh burning, your hand gets a little bit of heat because that rope goes through your hand real fast. And yes, we wore gloves. So that's the story behind that. And I guess nobody had any questions about that. So anyways, we're going to hide. Well, let's go to the next thing. Let's see what the next one is. Let's see if anyone knows in chat, because, repetition is the key to learning. And
Yes.
I'll give a cookie to the first person that says who Neil Mohan is. Is he a firefighter? Is he, who is he? Does anybody have any idea? Okay, anybody?
Yep.
How about, see? Oh, Regenia, you get the cookie.
Is it chocolate or what kind of cookie is it?
It's whatever kind of cookie you want.
We want chocolate chip, please.
We'll even get you one from Starbucks.
Yes.
And speaking of which, if anyone wants to get Regenia some, if you ever want to send her something, you either send it by check to her P.O. box or by Cash App, and it's $Regenia, right?
Right. Thank you.
Okay. And let's see. Oh, that brings me into the next thing. And I'm going to put this in chat because I have it right here, just in case anybody's here from Brazil or from Brazil on the replay. We have it in Portuguese about the membership and coaching drive. And then we also have for Regenia, because she is an amazing coach and channel, has both.
Well, thank you, Bill. Thank you.
That's my pleasure. Do you want to talk any about it?
Yes. I have a membership. It's $20 a month. It will be going up next month, but it's $20 a month. And you can pay $20 a month as you go, or you can do the 6 months, or you can do the whole year like Bill has done, the whole year at $240. And with that, you're not only just a member, but you get promoted every day, all day. And it really is a good deal, and it pays off.
And I can speak to the benefits of it right away. I mean, what was my membership count when I first started with you?
Your membership count, I think, was like 500 and maybe 42.
Yeah, I think it was that low. And since joining with Regenia, and not only that, how long have I been coached by you?
1 week, actually. 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week. And what is my numbers now?
Hey, congratulations to 590 subscribers. Woo!
Woo! Party, party, party. And
oh, yes. So you're on the road to 600. Only need 10 more amazing people.
Right. So they just need to jump into our live and join right now. And is YouTube an easy journey for people?
Oh no, it's very difficult. It's so much to learn, and it's very competitive because there are so many people here. YouTube has just really gotten so huge until you really need promoted, and you really have to put in the time. It's not easy.
Oh, you know what I just realized is I've queued up the do you want to see my rough of my critique on the shaver?
Yeah,
because
please.
I have that somewhere. Let's see. I'm not sure if I guess that kind of probably took it out. Let's which one is, there it is right there. Show on stream. No, is that it? That looks more like my other one. Oh man, I made a mistake. Won't be the first time. Won't be the last. I had it all queued up, ready to go. And I was like, oh yeah, and I didn't realize I I took the one that I was going to show, but thank goodness it just shows up right away. So let's go hide on stream, show on stream. All right. Oh, that's you. Okay. So where is this thing? All right, here it is.
Okay.
All right. This is rough. So we're in here. A little bit. Chilly in here. With Braun Series 43, I think it is. 45, totally 45-minute shaver. And this is a great little shaver. I did a lot of research before buying it. It's a wet-dry shaver. If you want a wet-dry shaver to last you a real long time, here's a hint. Don't shower with the wet-dry shaver. They always show you doing that. There's no such thing as truly waterproof in the world. That's true. What I like about this is the clean design. This blade guard comes off really easily, and you just have to flick it a little bit off like this, and that will do it. It has nice edge trimmer. I like the fact that these are semi-floating heads. In other words, they'll tilt a little bit to side, but the whole head itself does not tilt. I hate the shavers that have that. I think you're paying extra for basically something that doesn't really help your shaving. Hold flush into the, it's easy to grip. However, the easy to grip problem with these shavers is, you notice I just said problem? I like to keep my shavers forever if they last. If the motor keeps going, great. But the problem with this kind of textured finish is you never know if it's going to last or not. This might last, it might not. I might only get 5 years out of it. That said, you might consider that a long. Yeah, what happens is they get gummy. I'm sure you've run into that with some stuff when you worked in the hair salon. You'd have a textured grip on a pair of scissors, and after a couple of years, you're like going, ugh.
Yeah.
Long time. Absolutely. I'd like to get maybe 10 years at least out of a shaver. The shaving head is replaceable, and that is one of the reasons why I ended up getting a new shaver, is they no longer made replacements for my Norelco shaver. This has a triple head with a comb in here. I said Norelco, it actually is a Panasonic, but here's another thing that was kind of interesting. Zoom. Nope, not that way. A mirror over my, and that's why I'm not looking at you. I'm looking in the monitor to see how well I'm shaving. Although you can't see my eyes very well, so it doesn't really matter. You can see that one. Hardest part is your chin. And this is why I don't like the shavers that have those fully flexible heads, where the actual whole shaver part rotates, because you never can get the angle that you want, whereas this way you can. And if you push down on your shaver, you're gonna get it right where you want it. Now, I would have shaved better if I had cleaned out the heads before shaving instead of having my last 2 shaves in there. Now let's do the side trimmer too and see how well that works. Pop it up, you just push in and pop it up. Well, it's not okay, like that. Okay. I feel like it's so much easier to do in my mirror. But you can see, look at that, nice straight line there. There's my eyeball.
Boy, that was a nice video. Unmute, Bill. Unmute.
It's a good thing I was on mute when I said a few choice words.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right.
Yeah, perfect.
That was a nice demonstration of that nice, shaver. I like that.
And the thing I like about it, that shaver was only a little over $50, and you have the other ones that are a lot more expensive. And it does the job. Oops. I guess I lost you for a second there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, somehow you got bumped out of the stream.
Okay.
It's Tron Day.
Yeah.
Well, you know the old saying, to err is human, but to really have troubles, you need a computer. It's like that old.
Absolutely.
You heard that old story about, there was a lawyer in town, and, he was charging, helping out the farmers. And, he would charge a reasonable rate and everything. And the farmers all got together and they decided, oh, well, there's just one lawyer in town, and we don't know if he's charging too much or not. It sure feels like we're paying too much. So they convinced another lawyer to come into town, and the two lawyers lived happily ever after. They just kept raising the rates.
Okay.
And speaking of raising rates, aren't you thinking of maybe doubling your rates next month?
Yeah, I may. Right. I definitely am thinking about doubling, and you're gonna get double for the amount that I'm charging. So you'll be getting more than what I'm doing now for the $240 a year. That's right.
So it's a great idea for people to get in while the getting's good.
Absolutely.
And let me see, what else did we have here? All right. We're going to start this one and bring it on the stream.
All right.
What changes do you all want? And Bridget, you can jump in on this one too if you want. Changes you're looking for. I should have put R. What changes are you looking for in your YouTube channel this year?
Hey, that's a great question. Changes. Are you monetization? Oh yeah. Monetization is a big change. And what I want to say about that is it is still 1,000 subscribers. It is still 4,000 watch time hours. It is still that you have to be in good standings with YouTube. All of that before you apply for monetization. But Bill, I'm going to name 4 things that after you have applied for monetization, these are the things that YouTube want from you. Number 1, they're going to need a valid ID, driver's license, or a good identification. They want you to, they're going to send you an email and they want the front and the back of your ID, number 1. Number 2, they're going to need tax information, which is your social security number. And they have to verify your ID and verify your tax ID number. Number 3, they're going to need your banking information. They don't care if you're using PayPal or your credit union or a regular bank. They are going to need your routing number and your account number for your bank. How else are you going to get paid? And the last thing of all, they want to make sure that the address on your ID matches. So they're gonna mail you a, what do you call it? They're gonna mail you a letter that has the PIN number inside. And so when you get that you come back to the email and give them the PIN number, which verify that you do live at that address. And those are just a few things I want to mention. Once you get in that position to get monetized, those are the top 4 things that they ask you for.
What about PO box? Do they not take those?
PO box. I'm not sure about that. I don't think they put PO boxes on your ID, so I'm going to say no. You're going to need a good mailing address.
Wow. It's kind of rough for
So
those
that's
people
something
who
for
live on
people to work
boats.
on, Bill, because you'd be surprised how many people who do not have an ID. You'll be surprised that people who they cannot verify their mailing address because they may have moved and they haven't made the change of address. Everything has to be matched up properly, mainly because there's so much fraud going on.
Oh yeah, definitely fraud. I was I saw a tech channel that got taken down just recently. Linus Reviews. Linus Tech. He actually was doing a thing on Facebook about how he got basically taken down by malware. I thought it was something different, but his partner opened up and extracted a zip file which looked very innocent. So if any of you ever get something from like say for example you do StreamYard, and all of a sudden you get a very innocent thing from what you think is StreamYard, and it says, here is your StreamYard update. Hey, think twice before you go and unzip it.
Wow, that's true.
Good to know.
Very good.
Oh,
so Bill, I want to congratulate you for starting your shorts program. You started doing shorts this week. You have a playlist on your channel already. And wow, it looks like you're really getting a lot of traction from doing shorts.
I'm getting a lot of traction from being associated with you, because one of the, a side benefit that I didn't even know about, and Regenia doesn't even talk about it, is she looks at your channel organization in addition to everything else. And that is key. There are people that charge hundreds. I'm not saying they're not charging $20 a month. They're charging hundreds of dollars just to organize your channel.
That's true. I only charge $25 to analyze a person's channel. And so I would tell them what needs to be done. And so it's a one-time fee of $20 if you say, hey, just look at my channel and just tell me what you suggest that I do. But if you want to do that every month, see, some people want analyze every month, because you can get very well sidetracked. We can talk today and you can write down all of the tips, and then some kind of way you get off, or maybe you can write it down. Write it down. Wow. You are a wonderful note taker. A lot of people don't take notes very well. They hear me, but they're not writing. So I'm glad that you are doing good with your notes. You got some valuable notes over there.
Do you think that part of that is because some of your stuff on YouTube is kind of clowning around a little bit?
Well, YouTube is changing all the time in some kind of way. Every day there's some changes, and the changes are for the good. So unless you're like me, you're all over the place, picking up these changes, writing them down and applying them to your channel, it will be very difficult. You can get very much behind. And that's why I say YouTube is a daily thing. You constantly have to be doing something to your channel. It might be your about page. It might be your community wall. It may just be your playlist. There's so many categories on your channel that you need to twerk and get, and then next week something else will come out and there you go.
And speaking of community walls, everybody, if you're watching in the chat right now or in the replay, I'm going to give you some desktop gold about posting pictures on community walls. It doesn't really matter what size they are, as long as they aren't too large, like say over 2 megabytes. You really want to keep it at a reasonable size. But with a desktop, as opposed to a phone using the YouTube app, when you do it with a desktop, make sure that your picture, I know this isn't going to sound right, but instead of being rectangular, it is rectangular, but in addition to that, it has to be square.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same
because
width,
YouTube
same
is,
height.
YouTube love mobile phones. That's where the masses are. But there are quite a few people who are still using their desktop, and it's nothing wrong with that. But you have to realize that it depends on your device, on how you, arrange your channel and how you see things. But the mobile phone is the number one key. And hey, shorts are here to stay.
Yes, they are. And I'm learning how to do them, aren't I?
Oh, yeah. And there is a right way and a wrong way to do shorts. I like to teach the right way so you can get results.
And Miss Regenia is the queen of shorts. How many views is it that you got? I know it's over 10 million.
Yes, it took me a year to get 10 million views. And hey, I have well over 10 million. It has slowed down a lot because the algorithm has changed, but we're still growing, and everybody is still growing by doing shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And you are too, my goodness.
Yeah. I think that one of the big things that I've realized from my short time on YouTube is that you really need a team. You need to partner with people, because two people can grow. Either if you're growing separately by yourself, it's a slow growth, but it's the minute you team up with somebody else on YouTube, it makes an exponential difference for both of you.
Yes, two heads is always better than one. Three heads is better than one. Everybody bring their idea and what they learn to the table, and everybody wins. So team building is very, very important. And it's hard to find somebody that want to participate in the team, because it does take, once somebody said, well, look, I would love to be on the team, but I can only work 3 days a week. Once you understand everybody's flexibility in their time, you can work with them. But it's important that everybody just say, this is what I can do and this is what I cannot do, and we can all grow together. So team building is very number one.
And if anybody has any questions, just put them in chat. We might miss them, but you can always put a little question mark at the end of it. And we have a little bot that actually is residing in the chat with us, and it's called Stream Alive. And their question function within Stream Alive will capture all of the questions, and we'll answer them at the end if we miss them in the chat.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Amazing.
Now, how do you keep track of, where do you store your videos?
I really don't store them. I'm a mobile phone user, so when I go out to film, I keep filming until my phone tells me there's no more room to film. So then when I go to my gallery, my photo gallery, I can see all of my videos that I made. And so when I begin to upload them, I delete them, each and every one after I upload them. I just delete them. So I would do like 5 uploads, delete those, 5 upload, delete those. And it is a part of the history So I will have to go in a couple of days and delete everything that I really permanently delete everything that I've done, from taking pictures to taking still pictures. So it keeps you busy.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, one thing that our viewers need to know is that when YouTube gets one of your videos, they will modify it slightly because of storage considerations. And
Yes.
then if you need to get it again, because I just recently fell into this situation because I had a short that I was working on, and I thought, oh, well, why not just grab it from YouTube rather than find where I thought I put it on my computer? Or I can't remember whether I had lost it or whatever, but it's ever so slightly different from YouTube than it is but enough to make a difference because my video was badly cropped in the first place, which happens.
Okay.
When you don't have a cameraman, so a lot of times you get a bad crop.
Absolutely. And then one other thing, Bill, I want to mention, you can also share your shorts on your other social media platforms, and you can share it on Instagram, you can share it on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter. And when they watch it, you're still going to get credit for them clicking on it. So don't limit yourself just to YouTube.
Oh, well, that's something new to know about. Because I had heard something about watch hours, although maybe it's people that actually take their videos off of YouTube and then actually upload their video. So, what if I put a link to a video that is a long form content? Would we get credit for the watch hours if somebody from off platform watches it?
Yes, you get credit for every minute that they watch it, however long they watch it. I like to share the channel over to those platforms. That way they have the whole shebang. I can share Bill Doobie on my platform and say, hey, check out his channel. And you have a lot of people that will go over there, and they may not be a YouTuber, they might be a viewer, and they may just go ahead and subscribe to your channel. Or even if they go on their YouTube channel and watch you, you still get the click and the view.
That's great.
That is great. So don't limit yourself just to YouTube. Share, even if you just share one short on your Facebook a day, you'd be surprised how much you get there. Share videos on social platform. Oh yeah. And there's so many. You got Twitch, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, you got Facebook. I don't know, TikTok. People are bringing their TikTok videos over to YouTube, and the watermark is there. That's no good. That's not going to help you when you begin to apply for monetization.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend doing that.
I'm so surprised that they can't just strip that watermark out of there, because it's not that hard to do. It's just, I think that's kind of lazy myself.
I mean, it's the know-how. A lot of people simply don't know how to get that off. So you're lucky if you know how. Yes.
Well, there is. I don't know if Shotcut actually has a version for phones, but Shotcut is a great little processor. I finally figured out a way to do shorts in bulk on Shotcut. That was one of my major things. And Shotcut is a Windows, and I think they also have a Mac version of it for editing videos on a computer, and they might have a phone version. Also, there is Chopcast, which was marketed as a short form content thing, and I really wasn't able to get that to work the way I wanted, but Shotcut works really good for those long, short videos that you make me make. It took a little adjusting.
I bet.
one
Well,
thing
I just
is,
want to wish everybody a happy Resurrection Day on Sunday. Uh, this Saturday, people are going to be cooking. Some people will be traveling. Some people will be gathering together with family. And I want to say, don't forget to wear your mask. COVID is still out here. And so if you're going to be around a crowd of people, oh, especially children, protect yourself. We don't want the COVID numbers to go back up, and so that's what I wanted to say about that.
yeah, and
Hey, John Watson Puppet is in the house. Hey, John.
I was just gonna mention that. I think it's great that you're here, John, and you're welcome to join the after party if you're on my mailing list. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention about the mailing list. Why don't I pop it into the chat here? I wonder if I have. Nope. I I thought I did. You think that I would put it in with all my channels, but I'm not seeing the little thing about joining. Oh, here it is. Why not join my? Yes. Here we go. Join Uncle Bill's after party because it's a lot of fun. And you can do that by just getting on my mailing list. Now, it's not for this after party, but you can get in on the next one if you aren't on the mailing list. And really, I checked the thing, and I don't know if I saw you on there, John, but you're more than welcome to. And how much do I charge for that, Regenia, again?
Oh, shoot, it's absolutely free, free, free.
Right? And what do you get on that? I mean, what did you get in your last one? Do you remember?
My newsletter,
Yeah.
it was so much information there. I mean, wow, I would really have to go back and read it off. But a lot of information on the newsletter, and you'll be sending one out again this weekend, Bill?
Yep. I'm going to do that in between doing shorts and getting ready for taxes because I got to figure. The shorts might not be as high quality as I started off the shorts run, but there are going to be shorts because it is 9 shorts a day that you put them out in batches of 3, and it's lots of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 7 o'clock p.m. And somebody said, well, I'll pick 3 o'clock because I get up at 12 o'clock. Well, that's okay. But if you can do 9 shorts a day for 7 days, hey, you will really put a dent in there and you'll get positive results.
And I had one of my subscribers that pretty much watches everything I put out. Was at first he goes, "What are you, crazy?" And I said, I told him, I said, I'm taking a leap of faith because you got to admit, I did give you a little bit of pushback on doing shorts the way that you were recommending, didn't I?
Yeah, you was like, you need to be doing this and doing that, and that just doesn't look good. And you're editing, I like to edit, but you have to remember YouTube will be putting advertisement on your shorts if they're good. And you know what, Bill? I am starting to see advertisement on your shorts. I meant to tell you that. Yeah, on playlist number 5, when you have your oldest videos, I went to look at it, and YouTube was adding those advertisement on there. Every video they were putting, and that's what they want.
And by the way, folks, just to reiterate, that was a benefit of paying for a full year in advance because not only did I get the access to Regenia, but I get in coaching by Regenia, and she looked at my channel too and helped me organize it because it was not well organized before I had her on as my YouTube coach.
Yeah, we did a little bit of spring cleaning on your channel, boy, I tell you, it's getting better and better every day.
That was on my
It's kind of
to-do.
like cleaning out your garage and then just having a garage sale.
That was on my to-do list for this year. And
Oh, it is?
yeah, well, to take care of my channels, yeah, to do spring cleaning on them. I actually have enough in the can probably to last me the year that just hasn't been edited and put out. So, oh yeah, I should probably put this out on the stream and ask people, what do you use for making your thumbnails, or do you just use maybe YouTube? Who knows? I used to use just YouTube. They do a pretty good job at picking a frame out of your video that looks nice.
That's true. I think they give you like 3 little choices.
Yep, they give you 3 choices, except when you're going on the shorts, they don't even give you the 3 choices anymore. Well, they give them
really?
to you.
Wow.
But when you go on the shelf, you get whatever they give you. Oh, Thumbnail Maker. I haven't heard of that one. I'm going to have to check them out because I do the thumbnail hacks. Or do you actually hire somebody else out, John? Kind of curious.
I want to do, John, go to Play Store and search for Thumbnail Maker because he's a mobile YouTuber like myself. Oh, so is that where you get Thumbnail Maker, John, from the Play Store? He says, I do them myself. I'm not sure. I'm not understanding,
Oh, okay. Well, what we're asking basically is that, yeah, you do them yourself, but what editor do you use for the actual photo manipulation of your thumbnails? Or do you just like take a picture and then put it on there? Because that works too. I mean, I've noticed your channel is very well organized there, John.
Yes.
We all like to, and I love the puppets. I mean, with the voices. I like the voices. All the different voices.
He said he got it on the Apple Store.
On the Apple Store? Oh, wow. Well, Uncle Bill doesn't have an Apple. All I have is my old Android right here.
Yeah, same here.
What's funny is almost all phones look the same when you look at them from this angle.
Well, Bill, I'm going to drop down and use the other phone to go into your after party because this phone gets really hot. And that's one of the disadvantages of having an Android phone. After about 30 minutes, it gets really hot.
Yeah, you could just log into the after party now and I can bring you back on as an after party person because the after party link's the same as the one that you took to get in here.
Okay. See you then.
Perfect. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Oh, now that she's gone, we can all talk about her. No. Regenia is so amazing. I mean, so blessed. We are blessed in the YouTube community to have her. And I remember when she reached out to me about 2 years ago, and I was going, who's this lady that's talking to me on YouTube? I mean, I didn't know anybody. And and going out and taking her walks is just amazing. Now, on Friday, these video lives that I have on Friday are more, I want to be able to get people on that I can spotlight them because helping other people helps me also because I wasn't kidding about the power of 2 or more. And you're free. Oh, I know what I forgot. On the newsletter that I send out, that let me put that into the chat again here. That newsletter also has a mailing address at the bottom. And I was thinking about that, and I have been giving out the unclebilldooby@gmail.com, but I so rarely check that because it'd be a lot easier if you just bucked up the 39 cents for a stamp, because I think the advertising is worth 39 cents. It's not, I'm going to charge anything, or you could just hit me up with a postcard. That'd be even less expensive. But just something saying, here's my channel. I want to come on, get in touch with me and put your email address on that. And I will reach back out to you. Because I was thinking about that the other day. Yep, that's me, Uncle Bill. And why not join my channel? Get on my mailing list. Also, why not join all of my channels? Here's my main channel. Well, you're probably on already. Well, you're on this channel. So all you got to do is hit subscribe, and you got the address to that. So why not just go to cooking channel? I do a lot of cooking on the cooking channel, and check out other products on cooking channel. So that is a fun thing to do. And let's go down to here and go like that. We just put in the cooking channel into chat. It might take a little while because I'm using the Melon app. And then we have the camper channel, which I was kind of bad. Oh, wait, and I didn't hit return. You have to hit the right spot when you, all right. So there's the return. There's the camper channel and the cook channel. And we have a creator channel. That's where I make stuff, and I'm behind on that. I need to make another birdhouse, maybe this weekend. Who knows? Catch up on videos on there. And although that tape thing for duct tape, that almost counts as a create that I did on the 5 crazy things. Maybe I'll do a short for that. Who knows? And then we have the critic channel, which I just recently critiqued a piece of software that I like. And now my brain is going, but I'm not going to tell you what it was. I know I used Komodo Dex, which I love, to do the review, but I'm trying to remember. Oh, I know what it was. Maybe flat icons. I just got that. Why don't I bring them up so you can see what they are? They're really amazing product. It's a little expensive though, but it was worth it. Flat icon. Okay, let's see. There it is right there. And I'm in. And we can show this. Let me share that screen, and I will share it in just a half a second. Flat icons. Share. Screen. I understand. Flat icons. Share. Show on screen. Okay. This is really a powerful little program, and I'll show you some things you can do with this. Like, say I want to have a bird, and I want to include it in my video. I can then go on that bird. As a matter of fact, this is what I used in one of my things. Well, I'm not going to sign in online while I'm going live for obvious reasons. But you can see that these, and there's numerous ways that we can get the actual picture. There's like 5 different ways, and it's just amazing. We have rocket ship. Let's see if we have any rocket ship. And this is what you get when you type something wrong or they don't have it in the database. Or just rocket. There's a whole bunch of rockets, and you can download these once you pay for the whole thing. It's a one-time fee of $69 over at appsumo.com. I'm not sure if you have to be AppSumo Select to get flat icons. I think you do. And AppSumo Select is $100, but one-time fee. AppSumo Select for $100 is a 1-year fee, but you get 10% off of every purchase. So everything is less expensive. And I think we did Climber Channel, and we are at time to shut things down because this is the 420 to 520 stream. I love you all. Have a great, happy Easter. Happy Easter Friday. Getting ready Saturday and Easter Sunday. Love you all.